Hi all of my lovely friends, and welcome back to another Medium Monday with me. My name is Mel, I am a developing medium, and on Mondays I like to post videos about readings that I've given so that my viewers and people who are developing can see the raw, honest truth about how readings go. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're great, and sometimes the connection just doesn't happen. So in today's Medium Monday, I'm going to be talking about the father of one of my really good friends and the awkward way that he came to give me messages for her. So stay tuned. So I have boundaries set up around my home where I don't allow spirits to come in unless they are friends or family of mine, relatives, ancestors, my guides, my angels. However, I was in the shower one day and, typically when you're in the shower, your guard is down, you're just standing there relaxing, it's just feeling good. And also, water is a conduit, so water does help spirit as well, and it does help your own soul and your own body. So I'm in the shower, and all of a sudden, my friend's dad starts talking to me. Now that's going to sound awkward, like, oh my God, you're in the shower and her dad is there. It doesn't work that way with spirit. Basically, the body that we're in is just a shell. Our spirit is inside of our body, and our higher self is connected to the spirit world. But our body is just a shell. So I don't want you to think of it as, oh my God, her dad was watching you take a shower. That is absolutely not how it works. His soul is just connecting to my soul. That's it. The shell, the body that we're in, it doesn't play into that factor. So I was taking a shower, and he randomly came in and started talking to me, and I'm thinking, okay, I have a boundary set up. But then I got to thinking that, well, he's the father of my friend, and I do allow my friends to come through. So that's how I think he ended up getting through. But oh my goodness, I'm in the middle of taking a shower, and he's just going with so much information. And I had to tell him, okay, hang on. But he had passed away a very long time ago. And I know that my friend was desperate to hear messages from him. And he finally found a medium, someone that could give the messages to his daughter. And he was so excited about that. I do want to stress another thing, that there is no such thing as time. So spirits there's no time in the spirit world. They don't set themselves by a clock or a timer. So when I say that he was going fast because he had so much to say and finally found someone, that was for his daughter's sake, not his. He has no time. He doesn't mind waiting. He has a lot of patience, but he wanted to get messages because he knew his daughter had been waiting on earthly time for a very, very long time to hear from him. So I'm in the middle of this shower, and he's talking to me and giving me so much information. And this was about 3 months ago, and I was still pretty new to developing. And I thought, oh my gosh, if I don't get out of here right now and write it down or talk to my friend or tell her what's going on, I'm never going to remember all this. So he was giving me a lot. So in the middle of the shower, I just turned it off. I got out, and I got on the phone with my friend, and I said, I was texting her, and I said, oh my gosh, your dad is talking to me right now. I'm literally soaking everywhere, but I've got to get these messages to you. Your father is desperate to talk to you. And so, of course, first thing is first, you always want to ask and make sure that the sitter, which is the person that you're giving the messages to, you want to ask and make sure that they're okay with this, that they're okay receiving messages. Maybe not everybody's going to want to connect to spirit. Maybe not everybody's going to want to connect to their dad or their cousin or their mom. You don't know the situation. Maybe there's some animosity there and they're not ready to dive into that. So please, definitely, if this does happen to you, please ask first if it's okay to give the messages. Now, my friend was so excited. She was very, very open to getting the messages. And one of the first things her dad said to me, which was so funny now that I look back on it, he said, so my dad and I, we love the Cubs, the baseball team, the Cubs. I love baseball. My dad loves baseball. He used to take us to Wrigley Field, me and my sister and my mom when we were kids. We would go there as a family to Wrigley Field. And they come here where I live once a year during the off season to practice. And my dad and I would always go. Now, my dad was killed in 2014. So I've only ever gone one other time to watch them play because it really does bring back strong, sad memories for me of my dad. But I bring it up because my friend and her dad are huge Cubs fans as well. And one of the first things her dad said to me was, finally, I can talk to a true baseball fan. You know what real baseball is. And I got a kick out of that. I thought it was so funny. And I told my friend he said that, and we both kind of laughed together. And she said, yes, my dad loved the Cubs, and I love the Cubs because of my dad. And I thought, I love the Cubs because of my dad too. So when I was giving that reading to my friend, I felt my dad there too. And that's something else I wanted to talk about on this Medium Monday is just because you're giving a reading to someone else doesn't mean you can't relate or it can't help you as well. So when she mentioned that she loves the Cubs because of her dad, it made me think of mine, and it just made me feel so good. And it made me want to go to a game. So the next time that they're here, which hopefully they come soon, this next season, I'm going to try to go. So anyway, I was giving the messages and they all were accurate. And I mean, I had so much information. He knew about my friend's daughter who was born many, many, many years after he had passed away. He knew about her daughter. He knew her birth date. He gave me her birth date in September. He was talking about oranges. Well, I saw oranges, and my friend said, well, me and her daughter, we were just eating mandarins. I mean, they look the exact same, one's bigger, one's small, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if that's not validation right there that he's with you, you just got done eating those, and he's showing them to me like he's with you all the time. And that's something that I really wanted to get across to my friend. Now, one of the other amazing things that just melted both of our hearts was that my friend is getting married in a few days, actually. This reading, again, was about 3 months ago, but now she's getting married in about 3 days. And so he brought up her wedding and how proud he is that she's getting married. And he specifically said to me, tell my daughter to save me a seat in the front and let her know that I'm going to be standing up there with her. And I'm sure any of my viewers, women-wise, like having your dad there, having your dad walk you down the aisle and stand there with you is something that we all think and dream about, having your dad there and giving you away. Now, my friend and I'm not married, so if I ever do get married, my friend and I, we're never going to have that. We're never going to have our fathers to walk us down the aisle. But the fact that he knew she was getting married, he gave evidence of the fact he knew she was getting married, and he told her to save him a seat in the front row. How powerful is that? How meaningful is that? And sorry, I'm getting teary because I'm thinking about my own dad, but how amazing is that to be able to give those messages to a sitter, to my friend, to give those messages to my friend who understands what I feel without having my dad. She doesn't have her dad. We have a connection. We can understand, but it just bringing those messages through meant so much to her and me at the same time. So I wanted to let my viewers who are developing know that, hey, if you're in the shower and you get messages, call your friend and give them messages because it's going to be amazing. There are going to be times where you're just, like I was in that moment, so much information is coming. I mean, I saw it, I felt it, I heard it. It was just like a water faucet had just poured all the information on me. If you caught my Medium Monday last week, I tried to do a practice reading and I could not connect or feel a thing. I saw little pieces of evidence, but they didn't mean anything to my sitter, and I was so down on myself. So I wanted to bring a very positive, very happy Medium Monday to you guys this week, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope those of you that are developing keep going and keep pushing. You are going to have amazing, amazing days like this one. You are going to have hard and days that just don't flow and feel right, like I had posted about last Monday, but keep going. You got this. You can do this. We can do this. We can develop together. So as always, guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave me some comments down below about one of your favorite readings, and let's keep this community growing and be a safe place for all of us to develop, learn, and practice with each other. Goodbye, all my lovely friends.